once again. This is TrueVoice Edu Academy. So in this our video, we are going to talk about Jamb 2026 registration and what student must know when registering Jamb 2026. So number one thing is that you need to know the documents. You need to know the document necessarily needed for you to register your Jamb 2026, because the thing is that there are a lot of people just having in mind or being interested to register for Jamb 2026, and then but they haven't gone deeply to know some requirements and some document that is needed from them to use and register the Jamb 2026. So here are most of the important documents that is required from you to use and register Jamb 2026. One, you must have an NIN. That is the number one thing. You must have an NIN, and then don't be confused. If I say NIN, maybe depending on the location that you are seeing the video, if I say NIN simply means National Identification Number. That is your NIN number. So you must get your NIN ready, and also make sure that your NIN is verified. And then the second thing that you need to prepare and keep is your phone number. You need to register your personal SIM. Avoid the mistake of using your friend's phone number to register for Jamb, and then later maybe your friend's phone number lost or something happened to the phone, and then you might also lose some of the information in the aspect of accessing your Jamb caps, because not only finish when registering Jamb or when writing Jamb, but what matters more is the process that you are going to take before you have admission to study any course of your choice. So avoid using your friend's phone number. I say that again. Avoid using your friend's phone number to register for Jamb 2026. Make sure that you have your SIM card, register your personal SIM card, and also get your name ready. And then the third thing that you should put in the list, which you have to make sure that it is ready, is your WAEC or your NECO result. A section of people that is using awaiting results. Those are the people that might not require WAEC results or any of those things that I'm mentioning today. But aside from those people that are using awaiting results, they are advised to have the NIN number, your SIM card number, and then aside from your WAEC, because when registering your Jamb, they are going to use awaiting result, which means that after your WAEC, you are going to do what they call uploading of results. And then even likewise, people that you have your results, if you have your results, you are registering Jamb next year, avoid all those things I'm mentioning, and then make sure that you go to all those things I also mentioned, make it prepared, so that once Jamb starts, you can be able to fill your form without any obstacle, without any issue. So know that after even submitting your WAEC to Jamb, you are also required to be uploading your results again. And another thing is, what are the common mistakes I need to avoid when registering for a Jamb? I don't know if anybody knows and replies to the question I'm asking now. What are the common mistakes I need to avoid when registering for a Jamb 2026? Mistakes are what I mentioned earlier. Don't use somebody's SIM card to register for a Jamb. Don't use somebody's SIM card to register for a Jamb. Don't borrow something, in particular SIM card. Don't use somewhere or you borrow a SIM card to register for a Jamb. And then make sure when you are on the system as they are doing your registration, make sure that everything that they are inputting on the system are correct. Avoid using wrong email. I always say this, avoid using wrong email. Don't use email that is not created. Avoid using wrong email. Make sure that the email that you use and register for your Jamb is active and it can receive a mail, so that once you register for your Jamb, anything that Jamb is going to send to you, you can be able to have access to the mail. Don't go and use an email that is not created, or just for you to avoid paying either 500 or 1,000.